Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me hit play on this. Awesome, guys. So we are here to show you how to rank page one of Google fast and how to profit over $10,000 per month by following our proven strategies. All right. I'm really excited to share this with you, and I'm really excited to have my special guest on here with me as well because what you're going to find out that he's probably one of the smartest SEO guys that you will come across. But before we get into all of that, why should you pay close attention today? All right, why should you listen to us? Who even cares what we're saying right now? And it's pretty simple, the answer to that. All right, we know how to rank on the first page of Google. All right, here is me, just several of my videos. A lot of you guys know that I love to do a lot of videos. So here are just a few screenshots of me just absolutely dominating the first page of Google. Here, this image on the left-hand side, you can see that not only did I rank number one, but number two within 3 days for a very high converting keyword. So I took, and that's a cool strategy for those of you guys that are doing video. Always go after multiple listings, not just one, because it makes it tougher for people to outrank you when you're taking up both the number one spot and the number two spot. So here's another one that was actually pretty interesting because I made some pretty good money on this one here on the left-hand side. Here on the right one, again, another very high converting keyword. I ranked it number one, position 3 in 8 minutes, and I ended up actually going all the way up to number one once it was all said and done. And here are just some of the niche sites that are crushing it right now. And John, you can come in and chime in on some of these here because I know you are just absolutely crushing it with these right now. And if you notice, guys, these are all very high converting keywords.
Here's the thing, guys. It's very rare, in all honesty, that you'll even find me or hear of me on a webinar because I do 7 figures a year with SEO and niche sites alone. All right. But what I'm going to do, here's the proof on the screen here. This is just a snippet of what we do. We actually have over 1,000 money sites. We have a network of over 10,000, what we call in the industry is private blog network sites. And we've been doing this stuff for 10 years. It's just crazy. So I'm really excited about this webinar because we're going to teach and show you some of that tonight on this webinar. But
Yeah.
as you can see, these are ranked, these are like product words. So when people are searching for a product, what they do is they obviously type in the product name. If you can rank at the top for this is it's a type of search engine traffic which has credit cards in hand. It's buying intent search volume. What I'd like to do before we go on to the next slide and I pass it back over to Joshua is I'd like to give you a bit of free education. For those of you, now if you just give me a one, guys, if you are building niche sites or you're building web tours or any type of property on the line, just give me a one right now, just so I know. Okay, so
Awesome.
there's
They're
some
starting to
ones
find
coming in.
awesome.
That's
Some
awesome.
ones coming in.
Awesome.
And guys, make sure you interact with us tonight. This is your chance to. We're pretty much going to be an open book with you tonight. So make sure you're interacting with us and we're able to get a good flow going so that we can really help you tonight.
Okay, so there's loads of ones and there's a couple of guys who said to do videos as well. That's fine. Videos work just as well. What I'd like you to do, guys, when you're building your site and you're writing articles, or let's just say you're filming a video, you need to think, instead of just thinking, I want to make money, I'm doing this to make money. What you need to do is put your mindset into the frame of mind that you are that particular searcher. So let's just say you're in the weight gain niche and you want to build a website on how to gain weight and you want to target products that are catered to that market for people who are looking for supplements or products to help them gain weight. So let's just take a search term just off the top of my head, best weight gain supplement. What you want to do is when you're building your article out, your topic article on your website, or even if you film a video, is put your mindset so that you are that person. So you need to research your markets well, put your mind into the search, actually typing in that term, best weight gain supplement. What would you like to see popping up? What would you like to see? What type of video would you like to see? What type of website would you like to see? What type of article would you like to see? If you can do that before you get even into the complicated SEO and all of the link building stuff, which we're going to get into, you're already going to be miles ahead of the competition because 90% of SEOs today only think about the money and not the actual searcher. So this is a very important point and it's a bit of free education for you. All right, does that make sense to you, Joshua?
Yeah, absolutely. It makes total sense, and it's one of the things that I'm going to be covering here in a few minutes, which is making sure that you're not just like you said, going after just the rankings. You want to make sure you're that person that's delivering good content, because when you do that, that's when you start making more money, because you're providing good information to Google. And at the end of the day, that's what Google wants, is for you to put good information out there that people find useful. So
I've got a
absolutely.
few comments here, Joshua, saying that people can't understand me. Can you just type me one now if you can hear me, just so we know? It might be my accent as well, because I'm from Northern England, so we have a strong accent here. So there's lots of ones. And there's a few guys that can't hear you. So my mic's right next to my mouth, guys. So I'll try and be clear when I'm talking, because I know it's different accents.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll try our best. I know I get the same thing with my Spanish accent. Sometimes a lot of people can't understand me.
Someone said they hear, but they can't understand. Yeah, I'll try my best, guys. Okay.
Awesome. So let's keep moving forward, guys. So as you can see, we're sharing this week not to impress you, not to any of that stuff, but just to show you that we know how to rank stuff on the first page of Google. But more importantly, and also, we're going to be sharing with you exactly how we do that in this presentation today. So make sure you guys are paying attention. But more importantly than all of that is where our students have also gotten results with the information that we're going to teach you on this webinar today. Here's just one screenshot of one of our students who's just been absolutely crushing it over the last few weeks, getting over 1,000 visitors a day on the top day, the middle day over 2,000, and then the bottom one over 7,000 visitors in a single day. All right. Here's that same student who got, here's a huge traffic spike that he got, and I've been talking about this for the last few months, that during the holidays you're going to get a huge traffic spike, and this is great proof of that as well, because right now it's just absolutely blowing up with the amount of traffic you're getting with everyone being in the holiday season. Here is a screenshot of that same student who made over $1,000 in profit in a single day. All right, as you can see, the top says yesterday on December 1st. He pulled this, and it was over $1,000 in earnings for that day. He was at 3,000 for the month. All right.
Hey Joshua, I'm just going to chime in here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Guys, this screenshot what Joshua is sharing here is actually one of my students, and he's on one of our networks, which we're going to talk about later on in the webinar. But if you look at the screenshot where it says yesterday and you've got December, you can see that was one day he made over $1,000 in commissions, right? But if you look at the screenshot next to it where it says last month, that was for the entire month of November. He made $3,856.27. Take it to December, and now he's getting days using what we're going to show you over $1,000. So I predict, and I've been talking to the student on Skype just today actually, that this guy for this particular niche site is going to do over $20,000 in commissions. So that, you've got to pay attention to what we're talking about here, guys, because this is really powerful stuff. Joshua, I'm going to put it back over to you, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, this is just to show you that we're not the only ones getting results. Our students are getting results here. Up here on the left right hand side, Joseph, just following what I teach, he got some great results there with one of his videos. Here, the same student is showing his traffic spike. Here, Mike got his first sale. So for those of you that put 0 into the chat box and you haven't had that first sale, don't worry, make sure you pay attention, and we'll be sure to change that for you. Here, Gerald, same thing. He created his first 2 sales just following with the different strategies that we're going to be sharing with you today. So guys, again, this is just to show you that what we teach people works, and what we do works as well. And here are just some of the income that these web properties have been able to produce. This is one screenshot of mine where I've made over $1,000. And the great thing about this, guys, this was just with just one simple YouTube video. It was nothing fancy, nothing crazy. And the crazy part about this as well is that I did this inside of a hotel room. It was dark. I didn't have the proper equipment that I usually like to use, which is my camera that I bought. I made this video, and if you look at the video, it's completely dark. You can barely see me, but I took action, and I still made over $1,000 with just one video, and it took me no more than 20 minutes. I did it in between going to a live marketing event, so I was up in my room for about I think it was during the lunch hour. I went up to my room, made this video, went out, and by the end of this campaign, I ended up making over $1,000. Here's another one where one video has generated over $1,600, and just passively, I ranked it, and the money just kept coming in month after month. Here's one for John for over $23,000 in a single month with one of his PayPal accounts. Here's one of my videos. Same thing, made over $564 in a span of 2 days. The red bars indicate that I made one sale one day and another sale another day, and each was about $260 worth of commissions, just about. Here's another one of John where he made over $40,000 in 10 months with just one affiliate network, guys. That's just one affiliate network, all right? Here's another one where one of the sites made over $900 last month, and the bottom one over $800 already this month. So guys, again, we're not just ranking on the first page. We're not just getting our students ranking on the first page. We're not just getting traffic. We're also making sales. All right. And that's the most important thing, to be able to get traffic and make sales, because that's what we're, at the end of the day, that's what we're in this for, to make the sales. So, just make sure that you are paying attention and you are ready to take some notes. So let's just jump through this real quick. Who am I? A lot of you guys on here already know who I am. My name is Joshua Zamora. I live in Miami, Florida. That's my crazy picture that has kind of stuck with me since I started online. I've been marketing online since 2010, so I haven't been around that long, guys. I've just been able to take massive action and continue learning with every single action that I take. As of 2014, I work full-time online and enjoy a very comfortable multiple six-figure income. So as of this year, guys, I was able to quit my job and go full-time, and I got real close to seven figures in gross sales this year, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to shoot right through that next year, just from the results that I got this year from working full-time online. And prior to going full-time online, I actually ran the SEO department for 2 different web design companies here in Miami. So I do know a thing or two about SEO, and hopefully I plan to share a bit of that with you tonight. And my special guest, of course, is John Gibb. And I guess he can jump in and talk a little bit about himself, but he's from Newcastle, UK. He's been marketing online since 2003. And just, guys, I just want you to pay attention to this. He's been online since before Facebook. Just a little perspective for you guys. So you can
That's over a decade. I mean, it's crazy. I have been online doing search engine optimization for over a decade. But here's the thing, guys. I mean, there's a lot of noise right now about how to rank on Google. And, after Penguin and Panda, and for the guys who are doing 6 figures, you probably know all about that. But right now, the Google algorithm is stupidly predictable. It's literally a case of social signals to your money site or video, couple that with in-contextual, theme-related links on pages that are obviously on high authority domains. That is it. That is how we are crushing it. It's a simple equation. The algorithm, it's stupidly predictable right now. And in all of my years doing search engine optimization, now I'm actually making more now than I ever have been. It's absolutely crazy. I'm not going to babble on, guys, and tell you who I am and what I've done, because I hate it when people just talk about themselves. Let's face it, you probably don't really care. You just want to get straight into this webinar and learn some basic SEO. So, Joshua, when you're ready, just take it over.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and keep going through this. So, just some housekeeping for tonight, so we make sure that you guys get the most out of this. And for those of you that are saying, are we going to teach this, Valerie? Yes, we are. So just give us a few minutes and we'll be jumping right into this. Number one, please silence your cell phones, close Facebook, close Skype, turn off the TV, and pay attention, guys. We gave you enough proof as to why you should be paying attention. We're going to be sharing with you some things tonight that can absolutely change the way 2015 goes for you, because we're going to be sharing with you stuff that's proven, that works, and you can leave this webinar with actionable information that you can put to work for you. I want you to grab a pen and paper and be ready to take notes. Again, there's nothing more powerful than learning something, writing it down, and being able to review it later on later on your own time. Number 3, save questions for the end. All right, make sure on your pen and paper, write down the questions that you have while we're going through this presentation, and we will get to them, guys. We promise you that. We will stay here until we get your questions answered. All right. Now, we will be showing you how to get faster rankings and how to profit more with our proven strategies. That is our 100% promise, guys. So, Valerie, for your question, yes, we will be getting into this. But at the same time, we want it to be full transparency on here tonight, all right? There will be an offer made at the end, all right? For a select few of you, you will be able to access our all-in-one Samurai Dojo network at a huge discount. All right, we want to be fully transparent with you so that you can pretty much know what to expect. There will be an offer made at the end. I know a lot of times when you come onto webinars, most of the time you're just wondering if there's a pitch at the end. So we want to tell you up front, yes. So if that makes you uncomfortable at all, you can go ahead and just leave the webinar now. But for those of you that do see the value in what we're going to teach with you and what we're going to offer you, you will be able to take advantage of that. And when I tell you guys that you will be blown away by what we have for you, don't take that lightly. And the last thing is we do have a huge surprise for you, but the only thing is that you will have to wait till the end to see what it is. So let's go ahead and jump into that, guys. We are now ready to go. So who's ready to jump into this? Let's give me a 1 or a 2 or whatever your favorite number is into the chat box right now and tell me that you are ready for this. If not, I will not go ahead and I'll just shut down the webinar now. We will not share with you any of our strategies that are working. All right. Brooke, that's an interesting
number. Thanks, guys. We appreciate the feedback. Thank you. Lots of feedback. Interesting
number you picked there, Brooke. a lot of 69s coming in. a lot of people are into the winter mood right now, being shacked up in their house.
Awesome.
All righty, guys. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Before we actually get into the groundwork, what I want to cover is the biggest mistakes that a lot of people make with their campaigns. And I think this is very important because it's going to help you to kind of get through a lot of the rubbish that you will bump into in this thing that we call internet marketing. So the first thing is that most people, what I've seen from students that have contacted me on a weekly basis, is that most people target the wrong keywords. And we're going to be going into the 6 different kind of keywords that I like to target that will kind of ensure that you not only rank quickly, but get conversions as well. So I'm going to be covering that. So this is one of the biggest mistakes, and I'm going to be tackling that here tonight. Number 2 is putting up unhelpful content. And John kind of touched on this earlier in the presentation where, in today's era, people are smarter, they're more savvy, they're more technology savvy. So they're able to go out there and find the information that they need to satisfy whatever solution they're looking for. And if you spend the time to rank your site on the first page of Google or your video, it only makes sense to put up helpful content because if you're out there and you're putting up, just rubbish information, you're going to get a lot less conversions than putting up that extra effort to actually put up information that's going to help someone. All right. So make sure that if you're putting anything out there in Google, that it's helpful. And at the same time, that's going to help you to fall in line with what Google wants. All right. Google releases updates on a constant basis because of people who have put up unhelpful information. All right. Number 3.
Another thing, Joshua, can I just chime in on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
On the niche site side of thing, guys, right? If you're building niche sites or Web 2.0s, anything like that, when you're writing your content, and I touched on this before, think about the search engine. Think about what would you like to see in my search engines. Think about the terms that you're typing in. What would you like to see? This is really, really important because in today's search engine landscape, it's not just a case of putting up a 500-word article anymore. What it is a case of is covering the entire topic and blending in multiple key terms. So if you're targeting, I touched on this example before, a weight gain supplement, what you'd want to do, let's just say I promote a product that's called CV1 Weight Gainer. It does about $1,000 a month, okay? But what I do is I blend in the buying intent terms on the topic of how to gain weight. So I'm getting CV1 Weight Gainer, and then I'm getting buy CV1 Weight Gainer, CV1 Weight Gainer reviews, and I'm blending in, say, 10 to 15 buying intent terms in the topic of the article, but I'm not spamming like a lot of people used to do back in 2005 when they've got an article just about CV1 Weight Gainer. That is not the way to go about it now, my friends. Think topics and blend in your buying intent terms naturally on the article. If you do that and send themed related links to that particular website and the topic articles, coupled with social signals and links from YouTube videos, Facebook, Twitter, and so on, you will absolutely crush it in today's search engine landscape. Okay, yeah. Joshua?
Yeah, I 100% agree. And by doing that also, you kind of cast a wider net, and you're going to be getting a lot more traffic by doing that, by being able to target a ton of different keywords and blending all of that together with one piece of content. So absolutely. The next thing that I see a lot of people doing is not having enough call to actions. And you'd be surprised how many people contact my support desk and they send me a video to review and they don't have any call to actions in their in their YouTube video. It's costing you money not to have call to actions in there. Same thing goes with your articles. You want to make sure you're having multiple call to actions on your articles to make sure that you're making it easy for people to click on your links and purchase. Because until that happens, you're not going to make any money. So remember, the goal for you as an affiliate marketer, whether you're doing SEO, niche sites, or videos, is to get people to click on your links. All right. The next thing is working on too many campaigns at once. This was one thing that really affected me early on, was when I saw something really working well, I wanted to scale as quickly as possible. But the only problem with that is that since I was the only person doing all of the work, it kind of stretched me out too thin. So I had to kind of regress a little bit and focus on just 3 campaigns at a time. So that's what I found was my sweet spot, was being able to work at 3 campaigns at a time. And then once I get those ranking, I can go ahead and move on. All right. So whatever that number is for you, you're going to have to identify that yourself. But the last thing you want to do is just to try and work on too many stuff at once, because, trying to manage too many websites or too many videos at once, trust me, from experience, it will overwhelm you. Number 5 here is not promoting your content enough, right? And we're going to be talking about this in this presentation as well. John has some very powerful information to share with you on how to properly promote your content to get fast rankings. And this is very important, and you're going to want to pay attention to this, because you do not want to be that person that doesn't promote your content enough, because there's always competitors out there that are going to want to overtake your rankings. So make sure you pay attention to that part in this presentation. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get this started. What is step number 1? All right. Step number 1 to any campaign, whether it's niche sites or video, is keywords. All right. You want to make sure you're targeting the right kind of keywords to not only ensure that you get rankings quickly, but that the traffic from that rankings is going to convert. All right. So my number 1 overall favorite keyword, if I cannot target any other keyword out there but this, I would target review keywords. All right. These are just the most highest converting keywords I've ever come across. And the reason for that is because people are deep into that buying cycle. All right. If someone is looking for a review, they're already kind of pre-sold on whatever product it is that you are promoting. All right. So, and this is simple. If you, for example, let's say you purchase a product, and now that it's the holiday seasons, you guys are going to be probably exchanging or receiving a lot of gifts. And now is the perfect time, because you can pretty much open up your holiday gifts and make a simple, quick review about it and put it online and make some sales out of it. So it's that simple to just, and the reviews don't have to be that in depth. You just got to touch on a few key things, like the features, the benefits, how it can help someone, and you can make some great sales. Number 2 is how-to keywords. All right, I absolutely love how-to keywords, because they're great for list building. All right, and at least that's for me. That's what I found, that when you can get someone in front of, if someone is searching for how to do something, and you're able to put either a video or a niche site in front of them, it's very easy to exchange that information, or the better part of that information for an email address. So how-to keywords are very, very powerful for not only getting quick rankings and traffic, but to converting those people into a subscriber, which will pay you more long term. All right. For dummies is another very, very powerful keyword, and it's also very similar to how-to. And the Dummies company has done a very awesome job at stealing a lot of the traffic from how-to keywords. Because think about it now, instead of people searching for how to do yoga, the Dummies company has been able to condition people to search for yoga for dummies instead of how to do yoga, which essentially is the same traffic, just 2 different keywords. So you can pretty much do the very same thing by just removing how-to and just adding 4 dummies to the end of it. And you'll be surprised how much traffic is out there with people who are typing in 4 dummies instead of how-to. And that's very powerful. I can't count right now how many subscribers I've gotten in different types of niches. I've used the 4 dummies terms in so many niches, Forex, day trading, all this kind of stuff, and just adding dummies to the back of it. And I've easily been able to get people on my list by doing that. All right. The next thing is product name keywords. And John shared a few screenshots earlier with you today that showed just how powerful product name keywords can be. And this is as simple as, for example, if you my preferred camera that I use is a Logitech C920. All right, that is an extremely specific product name. The Logitech has a ton of cameras, but the C920 is a very specific model. So if you're able to get up there and rank for a specific product name and model number or things like that, that is extremely targeted traffic. All right. And John likes to do it with health terms, so things like synoptrin or what was the other one?
Yeah, just to chime in here, Joshua. I mean,
Yeah.
we rank for hundreds and hundreds of health terms, product name keywords. When Joshua's talking about product name keywords here, what he's basically saying is all kinds of relations to product names. So, does product name work? Product name reviews. Where can I buy product name? Buy product name. All that kind of stuff. Everything what's related to the product name. So, I mean, we have sites ranking all day long for all this kind of stuff, but if you type in, I mean, I've got an example on the previous slide, and it says, does Wartrol work? Now, the thing is, that particular term might not get 10,000 searches a month. It might only get, say, 560 searches a month, which I think it does last time I checked. But it's very, very, very targeted because that particular search engine user is actually wanting to know, well, does this product work? So if you can do your research and find out that it does work, put up a nice article, case study articles are absolutely killing it right now. They're the best. And the good thing about case studies is you can just show results. The best thing to do is an affiliate is being an honest affiliate and just show results. So if you had warts and you used this product and it got rid of the warts, and then you could show that on your website or even on a video, that would just blow it up, and it would just convert like crazy. And not only that, if you have a topic article on that within that niche, other websites would naturally link to your article as well. So we're going to teach you how to build links, but if you can think always when you're writing articles and doing videos of the mindset, what frame of mind is that particular person in when they're writing in that term in the search engine, again, you're always going to be ahead of the competition. So I just wanted to chime in on that because I think it's very important, and it's often overlooked, especially in niche marketing.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree. So product name keywords, plain and simple, they absolutely work. The next one is celebrity terms, and this one is very, very exciting because especially right now with again, I'm going back to the holiday season. Big companies understand that people listen and buy products based on celebrity recommendations. But the only downside to that is that when someone sees an advertising that's being endorsed by a celebrity, a lot of times they're not going to remember the name of the product, but they will remember the name of the celebrity. So one a specific type of keywords that get this traffic are celebrity terms. So for a perfect example of this is the Nikon cameras. All right, right now the face of Nikon is Ashton Kutcher. And early on, he was the face of just the Nikon 1 camera. All right, so a lot of people won't remember that, it's the Nikon 1 that he's endorsing, but of course they'll remember his name. So instead of going home and typing in Nikon 1 review, someone will type in Ashton Kutcher camera review. Or another perfect example of this is Diamond Dallas Page. He was a very popular wrestler back in when I used to watch WWF. He was a very popular wrestler. He's came out with a yoga product. Now people may not remember the name of the yoga product, but they'll remember Diamond Dallas Page yoga product review or something like that. So whenever you're looking at an advertising or a commercial and you see a celebrity endorsing a term, write that down because again, Ashton Kutcher is a very perfect example of this. They won't remember that it's the Nikon 1, but they'll remember it's Ashton Kutcher. So they'll go to Google and type in Ashton Kutcher camera review, and that a lot of times that kind of keyword will get just as much search volume as Nikon 1 review, because once they figure out that okay, it's the Nikon 1, then they might switch their search term and type in for Nikon 1 review. And that goes hand in hand with what John was mentioning earlier of mixing in all of these different keywords into one article, and you can get all of that traffic from all these kind of related terms that each get their own search volume. All right. And this was one that John just touched on as well. Does XYZ work? Does XYZ really work? And does XYZ actually work? And this, again, just like John said, they won't get that much search volume, but if you combine all three of these together, you can get a good amount of search volume, and not just that, but get amazing amount of conversion rates because, again, they fall right in hand with the review keywords. And back when I was ranking very, very well for all of the health supplements like Garcinia, raspberry, ketones, and things like that, the review keywords for those products were out of this chart. I mean, the competition for those keywords were just, it was a really tough niche to get into. So instead of competing with the people who were targeting the review keywords, I kind of went under the radar and ranked videos for does XYZ work, does XYZ really work, and does XYZ actually work. So these are kind of secondary keywords underneath review keywords that you can target and still get an insane amount of sales. And again, they won't get that much search volume, but the conversions on them are just absolutely insane. All right, and
Yeah, this is a really, really, really good point what Joshua's just made there, guys, because if you have, say, 5 to 10, as I said before, these types of terms blended into an article, you can rank in the top 5 for all of them together. Collectively, it goes from one term that might only get 560 searches a month to potentially over 5,000 searches a month. But the thing is, these are really, really targeted. They're the most the highest converting keywords you can actually get because if people are ready to buy, they just want confirmation that the product works. So just keep that in mind, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. That was another great point that I wanted to touch on. That when it comes to these keywords, you don't actually have to do too much selling of the product. All someone needs is just a simple justification of why they should buy the product. You don't really need to sell them. They're just looking for someone to tell them, yeah, go ahead and buy it. And you don't need to do that much selling. Just sell the click, and that's pretty much it. So the next kind of keywords is versus keywords, and these are again very, very, very powerful. Instead of targeting review keywords or things like that, where it sometimes can be pretty competitive, you can kind of target versus keywords. And what I mean by that is people love to compare different products to figure out which one they want to buy. And this is very popular with cameras, computers, tablets, all of these kind of electronic products. Different companies have all these different versions of it, right? And people, of course, with so many options out there, they need to know which one to go with based on their needs. So you as a marketer can create pretty much a review article, but essentially just comparing the two products. So a perfect example of this would be the Roku device versus the Apple TV. They're both live streaming devices. So the Roku, they're both a little small box that you can plug into your TV and watch things like Netflix, Amazon TV, and all these different things. They essentially do the same thing, but they're from two different companies. So you can create a review article or a review video comparing the two. So the keyword would be Apple TV versus Roku. And those kind of keywords get an insane amount of search volume. Another perfect example is, the MacBook Pro versus, a Dell laptop, for example. Those kind of keywords where you're comparing two different products, you'll get so much traffic from that. And, you can take that even a step further and just absolutely blow it away with all the different kind of cameras that are out there, all the DSLR cameras and the different versions and the older versions and the newer versions. There's an unlimited amount of products that you can compare with each other and rank for and get an insane amount of traffic. And the good part about that as well is that you don't necessarily have to recommend one over the other. Just compare them and put both of your affiliate links into that article, and you can make money on both of those products. Now, of course, if you lean more towards one product, then you can go ahead and do that, but you can make money on both products just by comparing them and then letting the person decide on their own. And you can make a ton of money by just doing that. And you can even do this for health products as well, Garcinia Cambogia versus raspberry ketones, and just blow it up like that. So those are the kind of 7 different kind of keywords. I said 6, but there's 7 on here that I like to target. For me personally, I look for a minimum search volume of at least 500 for any one term. And what I mean by any one term is that, usually I'll like John said, couple several different keywords together for one campaign, which they're all similar. but they all kind of have the same amount of traffic. So, for example, does XYZ work? Does XYZ really work? And does that XYZ actually work? Each of those keywords might only have 300 to 400 searches a month, but I'll combine all three of them, and obviously we'll get more traffic like that. So that is my minimum is 500. Everyone has their different number. I'm sure John has a different number of what his minimum search volume is. For me, it's 500 for any one term, and usually I couple 2 to 3 main terms, and then I usually have about 10 to 15 secondary terms that I all group into one campaign. So that is step number 1. So hopefully you guys got these. These are if you just stick to these keywords, you will make a ton of money. You don't have to go out there and try to target any of these ridiculous, crazy terms. If you just focus on these 7, you will make yourself a lot of money, and you no longer have to worry about which keywords I should target. All right, so that's step number 1, is laying that foundation and making sure you have the right keywords. Step number 2 is making sure that your content is properly optimized. All right. And without this, again, each of the steps of these is crucial in this process. All right. So the next step is to optimize your content. And in this quick slide, I'm going to take you through the 10-step on-page SEO blueprint. All right. And then I'm going to kind of switch over to my browser and show you a live example of how it looks like on an actual article. All right. So step number 1 is have your keyword in the title. As elementary as this sounds, you'd be surprised how many people don't do this simple step, right? And trust me, I get so many people sending emails to my support desk asking me to analyze their campaigns, and a lot of them don't even have the keyword in the title. And I know it sounds elementary, but you'd be surprised how many people don't do this, all right? Number 2 is to have it in the first sentence bolded, all right? But a very important note is that the sentence must make sense, all right? So don't stick a keyword in your article just for the sake of having it there if it doesn't make any sense. Remember, Google wants to have good quality content, so if you're just sticking a keyword in there just to stick it in there and the sentence doesn't flow correctly, add whatever you need to add to it so that it can flow and read correctly. All right. Number 3 is in the middle of the article as a clickable link to the article itself. All right. This is perfect so that when the Google spiders come and crawl your article, they're able to crawl that link and pretty much crawl the article and know that what that article is about. All right. Number 4 is in italics in the last paragraph. All right. But again, this goes back to point number 2. If the sentence doesn't make sense, do whatever you need to do. Add whatever extra words you need to add so that that sentence makes sense. All right, you want to add multiple images and add a relevant YouTube video. And there's a couple reasons why you want to add multiple images. One is just to, Google loves media-rich content. So you want to make sure you have multiple images. And then after that, I'm going to share with you why you also want to have images on there as well. And number 2, make sure you have a relevant YouTube video. Ideally, it's a YouTube video that you uploaded to YouTube from your channel, and it's optimized the way you want to optimize it. And then which is most likely going to be also optimized for the keyword that the article is about. Make sure you embed that onto the article as well. And you also want to have your keyword as the alt text on at least one image. Again, you don't want to overdo it, and that's one of the reasons why I usually have a ton of different keywords for one campaign, because if you have multiple images, you want to make sure that you sprinkle different keywords into the alt text. You don't want to have the same alt text on every single image in your article. All right, here the next one is in the H1, H2, and H3 tags. And minimum H1 and H2. The reason I say that is because it really depends on the length of your article. Typically, I like to have 500 words and above for any article that I publish on my money site. And usually, a lot of times, is between 750 and 1,000 words. So when you have an article that's that long, it looks normal to have an H1, H2, and H3 tag. And sometimes, if it's over 1,000 words, you can squeeze in a H4 as well. And if you don't know what that means, I'll go in and I'll show you once I'm done with this slide how it looks like on an actual website. So if you have a shorter article, more of a 400 to 500 word article, it's not going to look right to have it stuffed with a bunch of header tags. So you want to make sure that you still make it look very user friendly Don't stick an H3 tag in there just to have it in there for the sake of SEO. If it doesn't look right, if it doesn't, if it just clunks things up, go ahead and remove it, because if you have too much stuff in there, you can get hit with over optimization. So don't put it in there just for the sake of having it if you have that shorter article on your blog. The next thing is in the meta title and the description. Depending on what you're using, of course, we recommend using WordPress. With WordPress, depends on what theme you're using. A lot of themes that are being built today come built in with a meta title and meta description editor inside of the theme that you're working with. If you're working with an older theme that doesn't have that built in, there's several different plugins, both free and paid, that you can use that will allow you to edit the meta title and the description for any article that you have. So that's very important. You want to make sure you have that as well. And the last part is to have it in the URL as well. All right. So let me go ahead and jump over now to my browser and kind of show you how this works. And then I'll come back and I'll show you one final thing of how to actually make more from your articles. All right. So here is an article, just a sample article that you can see. Here is the beginning of the title where it says, here's my main keyword, Skinny Sprinkles review. Here at the back it says, does it really work? And this is strategically placed here, right? Because this is part of my secondary keyword. All right, does it really work? It doesn't say does Skinny Sprinkles really work just because I don't want to over optimize the title, but it's here in the title regardless. You can see here it's in the URL. And the good thing with WordPress as well is that this title here, WordPress uses this as the H1 tag already. So you don't need to come to the article here and put an additional H1 tag. You can just start off with the H2 tag. So here's the H2 tag, as you can see. I also included some additional words here just so that it can look like a professional article and not just me trying to squeeze in another keyword in there. All right, here is again the keyword here in the first sentence. Here is my YouTube video. Here is again in the H3 tag. But keep in mind, I removed the review just because it wouldn't have read correctly if it said, what is Skinny Sprinkles review? It just wouldn't have read correctly, so I just removed it. And again, this YouTube video here is one that I uploaded to my YouTube video, and it's optimized for this keyword as well. Here is an image. If I click through it, you'll see that I have the alt tag here that says Skinny Sprinkles reviews. And as you can see, I added an S here at the end just because that's my secondary keyword. Here, let me see if I can find, here's the link. This link here pretty much links to this actual article itself. Here is the word in italics here at the bottom. Again, I dropped the review because it wouldn't have read correctly if it said Skinny Sprinkles review actually tastes, blah, blah, blah. It just wouldn't have read correctly. All right, so as you can see, guys, this is pretty much how it looks. And let me show you.
That's a good point, Joshua, because the key is, guys, is to keep it natural now in today's search engine landscape. I mean, it's around 5 years ago, we were taught to put in the keyword in the title, in the meta tags, in the description, and then put it in so many times. There's a certain keyword density that you have to acquire to get on the first page of Google. That today, in my opinion, no longer applies, and it's more about keeping things natural, getting in the terms naturally. Google will see that, and as you send themed authority links and social signals, which we'll get to soon, you'll start ranking naturally for all these types of terms. So just keep note of that, guys, that natural is the way forward, and less is more in 2014 and beyond for search engine optimization.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not sure if you guys can see this here on the left-hand side, but the word count for this article is 823 words. So very rich in content, all right? And I saw a question come in to Teodros. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. He's asking, what do you mean by alt text? Pretty much if I click over here to the image, here alternate text is here, and pretty much the reason for alternate text is because Google can't read images, right? They see images and they just go right over it. They can't read images. What they can read is the alternative text which this is what tells Google what that pretty much that spot in your article is about, because Google can't scan images. What they can scan is the alternative text, which tells Google what that image is about. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. And if you're using WordPress, just click on this edit button and you'll see the section to be able to add the alternative text in that image. So let me go ahead and go back to my presentation, and then I'll come back to this and show you one final thing of how you can increase your income right now from the money sites that you currently have, or any new ones that you plan on putting. So I covered this already. All right, so 4 strategies that can skyrocket your profits today. All right, and the first one is my video click-through rate technique. I'm going to show you this once I go back to the my website. All right, the second one is my every image technique. Well, let me rewind a little bit. The video click-through rate technique is pretty simple. What I do is I take a screenshot of a video still and I put it on my sidebar of my niche site. So it kind of looks like it's a video that someone just needs to play to watch. But when they click on that, it takes them to the sales page of whatever product it is that I'm promoting. So that works very, very well because people love to watch videos. And if you put a still of a video in your sidebar, it's going to kind of call out to people that they want to click on it. Right? People love to click on things when they're on a website. My every image technique, this is another reason why I want you to put multiple images in your article. Every single image on my article is clickable to my affiliate link, because again, people love to click on things, and if they're scrolling through your article and then the arrow on their mouse turns into the little hand where they can click on something, boom, they're most likely going to click on it. All right. My link bait technique, I'm going to show you this as well. This is where I strategically put affiliate links into my article because again, people love to click on links, and you can leverage your content by sprinkling in different links to your affiliate link within the content. And the last one is my review plugin technique. And then again, this is very powerful to getting people to click on your affiliate link. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Remember, guys, you as an affiliate, it's not your job. It's not really your job to sell the product. It's your job to put up helpful information and sell the click. All right, that is your 100% job, is to get people onto that sales page, because the more people that click on your link, the more money that you're going to make. All right, so let me go ahead and get out of this and kind of show you how these work really quickly. And again, any one of you can jump off of this webinar right now and go and implement this right away. All right, so let me come over here and show you how this works. So here is the site. And look just how simple this looks. Amazing here on the right hand side. A brand new visitor comes on here, boom, it just calls to you to want to click on this, because, oh man, I wonder what this is about. All right, and this is a link over to my affiliate link. Here is the review plugin that I use. It kind of gives a summary of what the article is going to be about. But this particular plugin that I use, it allows me to hyperlink the title of this, which links to my affiliate link. And it allows me to hyperlink this button to whatever I want. And it, obviously I link it to my affiliate link as well. Again, each of these images are clickable. So as you can see, if someone is scrolling through here and accidentally they land their mouse on the image, it turns into the little hand, and just the curiosity of humans are gonna want to click on this. All right. Same goes with this. This is an affiliate link here. So in the first sentence, people are gonna be like, oh, I wonder why this is clickable. All right, boom, and they're gonna click on it. All right. So that's pretty much it. Here's the video technique. Anyone can do this. I just took a screenshot of a simple video and I added it here. This plugin is called Author H Review. It's absolutely free, so you can go and add it to any niche site that you want, and it looks very, very professional. And if I'm not mistaken, you can choose whether this shows up at the top or the bottom of your article. So those are 4 very simple, quick things that you can go and add to your site right now that will increase your profits. And I can almost guarantee that, because the more people that you can get to click on your affiliate links, the more money that you're going to make. All right. So hopefully you guys found that useful. Give me a 1 if you guys found that useful into the chat box. If you're going to go out and implement some of these strategies that we have that I just shared with you. Awesome, awesome. A lot of ones coming in. People are asking for the name of the plugin. It's Author H Review, and H Review is one word. So Author H Review. It's a review plugin. You can use that, and it's 100% free. So awesome. Lots of ones coming in, and again, guys, this is things that anyone can go out there and implement. This is nothing that is so technical that no one can do it. If I can figure this out, someone who knew nothing about internet marketing when I started, anyone can do this. So these 4 things will go out and increase your income, dramatically. All right. So now that you got your keywords picked out, now that you got your articles optimized by following the 10 steps, now that you implemented these 4 strategies that are almost going to guarantee that when people land on your article, they're going to click on your affiliate link. Now you have to get that article ranked, all right? Because again, you're not going to make any money until that article ranks. So now what, all right? How do you get this perfectly optimized site to rank fast and get traffic, all right? Let's see, give me some guesses of what you think the next step is to getting this article ranked, all right? We got the keywords picked out. We got it optimized. We added the 4 different monetization techniques. Now what? What is the next step, all right? Barbara is asking if that's a WordPress plugin. Yes, that is a WordPress plugin. All right, a lot of awesome guesses coming in. Jerome is saying bribe map cuts. Yeah, absolutely. If he comes out of hiding anytime soon. Apparently, Matt Cuts is on some.
That's hilarious.
Back social.
Feedback, guys. This is awesome. You guys are insane. This is crazy.
Pay people, social signals, ranked videos, sitemap, send to SS, pay-per-click, index it. Mary, yes, author H review, correct. That's the right spelling for that. PBN or social, video map, cheat, buy yourself. Awesome. So a lot of great guesses coming in, and it's actually a lot of you nailed it. All right. Step 3 is high quality backlinks. All right. And at this point, I'm going to hand it off to my awesome guest here, John Gibb, because he is an awesome, just not only overall SEO marketer, but he is a king at getting high quality backlinks. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to him. And John, I guess I have control of the slides, yes. So if you want to just go to the next one, just hit next, and I'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah, Joshua, just before you go to the next slide, guys, I've got a question for you. Can you give me a 1 if you're unable right now to rank on the first page of Google? Give me a 2 if you're able to rank on the first page of Google, but you can't ever seem to get into the top 2 or the top 3. And just give me a 3 just so I know that you can crush it right now and you can rank number 1 at will. Okay, just so I know that the type of audience that I'm dealing with here. All right, so there's only 1, 3, 2, 3 so far, and the rest are 1s or 2s. Okay. Awesome.
Somebody put negative 11.
Negative 11. This is a crazy audience. You guys are insane. It's fantastic. Right, next slide, Joshua. All right, guys. So Joshua's just clicking it through now. So what you can see, guys, is we're just going to take you through briefly the backlinking plan that works for me, for Joshua, for all of my other students, from all of my other clients. Okay, we're just going to go through it. At the end, guys, this is very important. If you have questions, fire them off to it, and Joshua and I will do our best to answer everything. Okay, because it's probably going to get a little bit complicated for many of you on now based on the answers I've just had there. But don't worry about it. We'll be answering questions at the end. Okay. So the first thing is, guys, if you have a money site, or if you have a video, the first thing what you need to be doing is sending social signals and getting real likes and shares. And Joshua's just whizzed off to the next one, but never mind. Can you just go back again one, Joshua?
Oh, all right, sorry.
Yeah. I'll let you know what to go on. So yeah, so social signals. So what you can do is you can actually go to social exchange sites, and there's actually groups for this now on Facebook where you can get together and actually like and share each other's contents, and there's tons of services, as Joshua's pointed out here, there's social add-on. But that is one of the keys now to ranking on Google, is social signals, social shares, linking off, having a YouTube video and having a link on that YouTube video to your money site, Twitter, all the rest of it, all the social kind of stuff. And then we've got Web 2 or blog networks. Okay, now around, I would say 3 or 4 years ago, everybody that, you've probably heard of it, there was SEO nuking. Everybody was saying, this is the be all and end all to rank on Google right now, is to build up 100 blog network sites, on sites such as Squidoo, blogger.com, even WordPress, and then put an article on there, and then get that index and leverage off the authority that them Web 2.0 sites already have. All right. But the thing is, now Google's a lot smarter, and obviously the whole entire search engine landscape changes every year. So from a few years ago to now, it's a completely different landscape altogether. And now I would never suggest that somebody tries to rank a website by using just Web 2.0 blog networks, because the thing is, they don't hold enough authority anymore. Okay, so what I always suggest for my students, especially the guys that are doing 5 figures a month, is that they build up Web 2.0 blogs still and get that theme content on them, but they use them as tier 2. So what a tier 2 link is let's just say you have a money site. A tier 1 link would be a link on a private blog network site that would go directly to your money site. Your tier 2 link would be a link on the Web 2.0 blog network site, such as blogger.com, WordPress, Squidoo, or whatever, and that would link to the PBN site. And so the article on the private blog network site would be linked to from the Web 2.0 blog network site, okay? And then you would send links on a tier 3 level to the Web 2.0, and that would go to the private blog network, and that would go to the money site. So it's like a buffer, a theme buffer. But if Joshua, if you can go on the next slide, we're going to demonstrate this. We're going to illustrate how it actually looks on the slide. So as you can see there, so you've got the money site at the top right. Then you've got your social signals, which I touched on previously before. And you've got your in-contextual links on theme-relevant articles on domain names which already have authority in the eyes of the search engines, in particular Google. All right. Then this is your tier 2 links. You've got your Web 2.0s, your wikis, your press releases, your PDF links, your social networks. Then on the tier 3 level, you have your bookmarks, your social links, etc., etc. And it all kind of themes through all the way through to each tier level until it gets back to your money site. And what you're doing is you're protecting your money site by having only high quality in-contextual theme relevant links going to your money site or your video, and all these lesser quality links are linking to the main site, which is linking to your money site, your video, giving that more link juice, but it's not going to hurt your money site where it can get penalized for having spammy types of low quality links. So this is the way to go about it if you're thinking about building your own private blog network. This is the setup that works today in 2014, and in my opinion it'll work for the next several years. That's, in my opinion, it's been working for me for the past 5 years. I was doing this when everybody was doing the crazy SEO and nuking stuff. I was doing this, it was working then, it's working as well now as it ever was. So the next slide, please, Joshua.
Yeah, absolutely. And before that, I want to kind of touch on one thing real quick. There's one question that came in. What is the difference between a money site and a PBN site? Real quick, guys, your money site is where your links are. So wherever that whatever it is that you're trying to get ranked on the first page of Google, that is your money site, or obviously your YouTube video as well. But your money site is kind of that site that I just used as an example. That is where I want people to come to so they can click on my affiliate link and buy whatever it is that I'm promoting. Another question that I saw coming in real quick is, what is IFFTT? That is to get social signals, you can use pretty much two. There's two that are pretty popular right now. Social Adder. It's pretty good for those of you that want one. Social Adder is a very good one. They have a free option and a paid option. IFTTT is another good one. It stands for if this then that, and pretty much what the point of that is, you can set up different campaigns where if you share on Facebook, also share on Twitter. So that's why it's called if this then that. That was on the previous slide. So you can go to ifttt.com for that as well. But that's pretty much it, guys. This setup right here not only works like crazy, but it also protects you from a lot of the penalties that Google has been handing out. So let me go ahead and switch over to the slide and let John touch a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I've got an important question here actually by Colin. I want to answer that. What he's asked, guys, is so the PBN links go to the money site or the buffer site. The PBN links, guys, generally they link to your video site, your video or your money site, just so there's no confusion there. Then your Web 2.0s and all of the other what we show on the tier 2 levels go to the PBN sites and the PBN, the private blog network sites, go to your money site. On this particular illustration here, guys, we're only showing tier 1, tier 2, and the square boxes are tier 3. But what we do is we have a unique setup, and it's actually 6 tiers down. It's 6 tiers deep. But for the purposes of this video, and to try not to confuse too many people, because obviously there's lots of ones coming in on there, and obviously we don't want to confuse people on this webinar. We've just shown the tier 3s, but we actually work our system that we go 6 down, 6 levels deep, so 6 tiers, and then all of that juice themes right the way through, all the way to the private blog network site. I actually call them themed network linking sites, but the industry known name is a private blog network site. Then that goes to the money site or the video site. So it's set up as one big themed buffer, protecting your money site from all these crazy penalties that are hitting people left, right, and center. And right now, we're just flying through them. So yeah, Joshua.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we jump into the last slide, if this looks a little bit confusing to you, don't worry. We got it's all going to become a lot clearer in a few minutes. So stay tuned for all of that.
And as I touched before on the previous slide, this is an example of one of our sites for a buying intent term, which at the moment gets around 4,400 searches a month. Earlier in the year, guys, actually not so long ago, it was September of this year, 2014, there was another refresh of the Penguin. Right now, there's all these crazy names, and it's quite funny. It's the craziest thing in the world because there's panda bears and penguins, but whatever you want to call them. What you need to understand is that Google changes the algorithm, the program behind the search engine. Google changes it so that people like us, called rank modifiers or search engine optimizers, can't so easily rank stuff on the top of Google, because obviously Google doesn't like people like us. I mean, let's be honest, they'd rather people pay for advertising. Once you've got the skill and you know how to rank sites and videos on Google, you can literally write your own paycheck. So Google's always updating the algorithm to try and defend themselves against that. But what they did is they released a Penguin refresh in September, and as you can see, this is one of our niche sites. When it was released, it was released in September, and as you can see, the green line, guys, on this picture. Can you just give me a 1, guys, so I can make sure you can see this picture and the screenshot? Just give me a 1 in the chat box. As you can see, the green line represents Google. All right. So as we can see, we were ranking basically number 2, number 3, and then we went to number 2, and we just stayed there. We sailed through the update. The update rolled out, and we're still there right now. It's actually one of the terms that was shown on the screenshots, just to show you that the power in this type of setup is working right now today. As I touched on at the start of this webinar, guys, you won't see me on many webinars because I'm in the trenches. I'm always ranking sites. Every week I've got a team of 100 people. I have a manager who builds my own blog networks now. I build them for Joshua and other clients. But just wanted to show you the power of our systems and what we do. All right, Joshua, take it to the next slide.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome, guys. So perfect. So we just covered, all right, we're to the point now where we're going to start ranking the site. We're going to, you already have we just gave you the plan that works to get that site ranking. But a lot of you are coming and asking, how do you actually start building these high quality links? All right, and that's a very, very important question. There's a lot of you that are confused right now, and that's 100% okay. All right, we're gonna
make this that, guys. We expected confusion at this point, so don't panic, don't worry.
Yeah, absolutely. Stay with us because it's gonna become a lot clearer right now. Awesome. So how do you actually start building these high quality links? All right, and give me some guesses in the chat box. How would you go if you had to go out there and get some good high quality links? How would you do it? Post something in the chat box of your best guess of how you can go out there and start building high quality links. Buy it, all right, Honshu Lee, buy it. That's a great suggestion there. Buy expired domains, wiki, manually, rent, buy, build, buy them, buy an age domain, SendWire, naked URL. Fiverr, oh, that's dangerous. Fiverr to be sending Fiverr links to your money site, that's always dangerous. Money Robot, not sure what that is. Create your own PBN, awesome. So some great guesses coming in. Use software, awesome, perfect. So here are some of your options, all right? Number 1, buy links, just like someone just guessed on, buy links on high authority websites. All right, this is a great option. However, it can get very expensive, and also you don't have much control. All right, there are different forums out there. One of them, Digital Point, where you can go to digitalpoint.com. You can go to, and there's people out there offering to sell links. And I believe also the Warrior Forum still has that section as well where you can buy links. The only thing is, again, it can get very expensive and you don't have much control. And another thing is that the prices that people give you are a lot of times are monthly prices that, and it's just for one link. Remember, you're pretty much just buying one link on one site and you're going to pay monthly for that. Another thing is swapping links with other website owners. This works, but it's very, very time consuming. And I can speak on this from experience. I remember when I first started online, my very first niche site I ever put together, I put it together all myself. I wrote all the content on it. And once I was done with all the optimization, all the keyword stuff, and I was ready to start getting backlinks, my first thought was to go out there and start swapping links with other website owners. And there was one guy in particular who was ranking number 2 for my target keyword. And it took me at least 3 weeks of going back and forth with him of trying to get a backlink from his website. And the good part is that he actually agreed by the time I was done. But it took 3 weeks of me not only asking for a link, but also trying to get him to explain to him how it works, of why I wanted a link from him. But it took a lot of time to get that done. Again, someone guessed as well that you can hire a backlinking service. Again, that's expensive and also very risky because someone guessed Fiverr. Yeah, you can go to Fiverr and hire someone to do backlink for you, but you got to keep in mind who the person is that's doing this backlink for you. They're getting paid $3.50 after Fiverr takes their cut. $3.50 to send backlinks to whatever it is that you're sending to. Now, yeah, do I use Fiverr for YouTube videos? Absolutely. Would I use it for money site? Probably not. All right. All right. So those are the main options that you have. All right. The best option, which some of you already touched on this as well, is to build your own high quality private blog network. All right. And we're going to touch a little bit about how you can do that yourself right now. All right. And these are sites that are pretty much expired or being auctioned off that carry authority to boost your rankings. And pretty much in a nutshell, for those of you that don't know what a private blog network is pretty much you are going to be building a site, a kind of a network of sites that you control, that you can post links to rank your sites faster. And that is the best option that you have because you have full control of this network. You can monitor it. You can make sure that your links are never taken off. You really have full control of this. All right. You can get these kind of domains for $20 to $200 per domain. And yeah, there is a downside to it. It can get pretty pricey if you start building out your private blog network to 20, 30, 40, 50 sites. If you factor in all the costs and time involved, it can take a while to build a nice network of sites. But the benefits of that networks are tremendous. And I can tell you it will be so worth your time to spend the time to build a network like this. All right. One of the best places that you can go look for to find domains that you can purchase is expireddomains.net. And one very important metric that you're going to look for is citation flow and trust flow. All right. This right now, the page rank of a domain is not the most important metric anymore. All right. Especially now since Google is taking forever to update page rank. We don't really go based off that metric alone. We also take into account more than that is the citation flow and trust flow. And pretty much that tells us how much authority that domain has above, just the page rank. And usually we look for domains that have a citation flow and trust flow of 15 and above. And you can check this absolutely free on majesticseo.com. Just go to expired domains, find a domain that seems like it can work for your business. Go to majesticseo.com, type that into the search bar, and it will tell you what the citation flow and what the trust flow is for that domain. And typically, you're going to want to make sure it's 15 and above. All right, that will give you a good, high-quality domain that you can purchase. And
just to chime in here as well,
yeah,
Josh, give an important point as well. Majestic SEO, it's a fantastic tool to use. What you want to do, guys, as well, because obviously there's trust flow and there's citation flow and there's page rank, and there's all these crazy metrics. But what the real important thing when looking for a domain name or buying a domain name that has authority is to check yourself. what are the different websites that are linking to that particular domain right now? What type of anchor text are they using? If you find a domain and you say, oh wow, this looks really good, it's a PR6, I'm going to buy that and build a site. That's a huge mistake, because you're not looking, you're not researching to see what sites are actually linking to that website. So if you find it on an auction site or on an expired domain website where you can buy domains from, if you find a domain that has a PR6 but it's got a bunch of backlinks from Chinese sites, for example, or it's got a bunch of backlinks that all have the same anchor text, for example, that all have links going to pointing with the same anchor text, off the top of my head, best weight gain supplement, and have that over and over again, that is actually being over optimized. And my suggestion is to avoid domains that have too much SEO done on them. You want to buy domains that have nothing but natural branded links going to them. The best domains to buy are when other domains are linking to that site naturally with obviously just the URL or www.domainname.com, natural links, and look at the sites that have your link onto that domain, and look at the website and say, if I buy this domain, is it likely that that link is going to stay on that particular page when I get the domain? Because that means you're going to have massive link juice going to your domain once you get your blog up, and you're not going to have to focus on for a while getting new links to it, because you know them links are likely to hold. And the best way to find that out is to look for things like, where is the link? If the link's prominently on the home page, there's a chance that it could be removed once the owner realizes it's expired. But if it's on an article, it doesn't look like that article's been updated for a long time, and it looks like it's an old site, the chances are that link's never going to be removed. So I've never ever heard anybody saying things like this on a webinar. So just keep note of that, because it's very important to finding quality domains. All right, Joshua, take it over.
Yeah, absolutely. And a great place to find what links are pointing to that domain, again, Majestic SEO. Majestic SEO gives you a lot of this information that you need. It'll tell you the citation flow. It'll tell you the trust flow. It'll tell you what backlinks are pointing to the domain. It'll also tell you the anchor text that's being used to point to that domain. So you can get all of your research done in one place. And a lot of the times you can get a lot of this information for free, because Majestic SEO, obviously they have their free version and their paid version, but their free version gives you a lot of great information that you can use. So all the stuff that John just talked about, you can see on Majestic SEO as well. So once you have the domain bought, you do have to set them up and get them loaded with relevant content around your niche. So this may also take you a little bit of time to get some content on there before you start publishing content for the use of backlinks. All right. So this is pretty much the best option that you have. Now, the only downside to this is it can end up costing you about $3,000 to $10,000 in domain costs, plus the 2 to 3 months in setup time to get a powerful PBN like this up and running. And I saw a few questions coming into the chat box of what is a decent size of a PBN for it to be effective. And usually, if you're just working on a handful of sites, you can do 10, 20. 10 to 20 is probably a good size, but if you really want a good variety, you can do 30 to 40 and just start building it over time and get it bigger over time. As your budget grows, you can start growing it and growing it and growing it. But you can easily end up spending anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000 again, just for the domains, not to mention the 2 to 3 months in setup time to get a powerful PBN like this up and running. All right. And guys, I'm telling you right now, private blog networks is the lifeblood of our #1 rankings. I mean, that is all the results that you've seen in today's presentation are all in relation to private blog networks and getting those high quality links. All right. So now, who wants an easier way, guys? I want you guys to interact with me. Who wants an easier way? We've already shared with you that the PBNs are the best option, but it can be a little costly. It can take a lot of time to get this set up. So who wants an easier way to rank faster, an easier way to get these high quality links, an easier way to get more traffic, an easier way to crush the competition? And what if you can do this without having to invest the time, the money, and the effort into building this PBN ranking machine yourself? All right. Give me a 1 in the chat box if you want an option to be able to get all of this without having for you to spend the $3,000 to $10,000 a month to get the BPM built and to invest the 2 to 3 months to build out that PBN. What if you can today get access to a PBN that's already built, a PBN that is proven to get rankings over and over and over again. Give me a 1 in the chat box if that sounds like something that you would like. Awesome. So I'm getting a ton of ones. If you guys can just see how quickly this is blowing up in the chat box. And that's awesome because we understand that that's what people want. People want something that they can just start using and get results right away without having to spend the time to build it yourself. So that's exactly what we've done, guys. We've created our Samurai Dojo network, all right? And that's what I mentioned earlier on in the presentation, that a few of you are going to be able to get access to this. And pretty much we've done the hard work for you guys. With our Samurai Dojo network, you're going to get access to our proven high page rank blog network of 60 plus sites. And the reason that I say 60 plus sites is because since the conception of Samurai Dojo Network, we've already added more new sites to the network, and we're constantly adding new sites to keep it growing and growing and growing. And we're confident that by 2015, we'll be well over 100 sites in this network. All right. They all range from PR3 and above or carry the same domain authority of a PageRank 3. And the reason I say that they carry the same domain authority is, again, number one, PageRank is not the most important metric when buying domains in today's SEO world. And number two, although a domain may say is a PageRank 3, it can have the metrics of a PageRank 3 just because the citation flow is there, the trust flow is there, the backlinks that are pointing to the domain are already there. The only thing is that Google, it just takes too long to update PageRank nowadays. So you can have a PR3 disguised as a PR0 just because Google is taking too long to update PageRank, and that's where the trust flow and the citation flow that we covered a little bit ago comes in handy. You want to be able to analyze that stuff so that you know when you have a great domain on your hands. All right, we've spent well over $10,000 to build this network, guys. Not to mention the 2 to 3 months that it takes to get these sites set up and loaded with content and ready for you to start publishing in them. We spent a lot of time building this out. And the reason for that is because it's the same network that we use to rank our sites and our client sites, right? It's the same exact one that we use. So we spent the same amount of time of effort into this because we understand that this is our asset. This is an asset that we're building so that we can rank page one at will whenever we want, all right? And again, it's the same network that's gotten the results that we mentioned early on in this presentation, right? And it's going to be the results that we continue getting for all of those of you that join us today, all right? And a whole lot more. I mean, I can't talk more so highly enough about this PBN. We've done it all for you guys. It's sitting there waiting for you to take advantage of it and start ranking on the first page of Google. So how exactly does it work? And this is the beauty of it because we've made it so simple for you to get in there and start getting these high quality links and start ranking on the first page of Google. So all you have to do is select the package that you want, which we'll be talking about in a few seconds. We send you your author accounts. And this is the beauty of it because you are in full control. This is like you getting access to your own private blog network that you are in total control of. And there's just a few restrictions that we have so that you can get the most out of it. But besides that, you are in full control of everything that happens with this content and the links that point to your money sites. All right. So the next step is you simply just post into our network with links back to your website or YouTube video or both. And here's the beauty part of it. All right. Remember when you guys, a lot of you guys on here were confused and just your mind was spinning with that chart that we covered earlier in the presentation with all the circles and the arrows and all of that stuff. Our team, John has put together a team of over 100 people that are going to take care of the second part, the tier 2 and tier 3, where we boost the PBN links for you. All right? We have this set up on a rotation basis month after month where we're going to take care of the tier 2 and the tier 3 links and all the, John has the tier 6 levels deep. We're going to take we're going to take care of all of that for you. All you have to worry about is getting the PBNs, posting your content onto the PBNs with your backlinks, and we're going to take care of everything else, meaning that you're going to get more results with us doing the work. All right. So you don't have to worry about understanding that graphic anymore. We're going to take care of it for you. All right. And the last step is just simply sit back and watch your rankings shoot to the first page of Google. All right. It's that simple. High quality PBN links are still king. And we've made it so simple for you to get access to a high quality private blog network that's proven to get results. And not just that, we're actually have our dedicated team that's going to boost your PBN links after you post on them for you. All right, we're taking care of the the tier 2 and tier 3, tier 3 and tier 4 links for you, and also the 5 and the 6, which we didn't touch on in this presentation. All right. So what packages do we offer? All right, this is where we get into the nitty gritty of things. All right, we have two main packages. We have our student package and our sensei package. All right, our sensei package is our most popular package. The reason for that is because you get access to all 60 sites. You get manual creation. Again, we create the author accounts for you. All right, the sites will be added. New sites will be added to the network every single month. And again, when we started this network, we started with 60, and we are at well over 80 sites by now. You get immediate access. Again, you get immediate access to all new sites. You get lifetime support, and you get a full members training. All right, this is our most popular package for $297 a month. And our student package is also very popular, but not as popular as the Sensei one. But here you get access to the 30 PBN sites. We create your author accounts for you, and we send them to you so that you are in full control. We replace sites as needed. You don't get access to the new sites in the student package, but you do get lifetime support and full members training. But again, guys, we are here on a special live webinar, and you're not going to be paying anywhere near $127 a month or $297 a month. We are here to offer you a very special deal so that you can get access to this private blog network, as well as some awesome bonuses that we've got lined up for you. So let's do the math on this. All right, $127 a month, that's our regular pricing. $297 a month, $127 and $297 a month for our Sensei package. For today's special, all right, we have a very special offer for you. You're going to be able to get access to the student package for only $97 a month, and for our Sensei package at just $197 a month. But for those of you that are, before you go, we have something special for you. Before you go and order this, we do have something special for you, right? So give me 1 second. We have something very, very special for you that's going to allow you to save even more on our packages. And that is, we have developed our 6-month plans that are going to allow you to save even more. So let's say our $97 per month, that is the special that we're running on this webinar today, and $197 a month for our Sensei package, all right? If you stick with us for 6 months, that would be $582 for our student package, and $1,182 for our Sensei package. And guys, if you remember from the income screenshots that we showed earlier, one of my videos alone made over $1,100 a month. So that in itself paid for a 6-month package of our service. And that's just one video, all right? You guys can put up as many videos as you want and run them through our network, all right? So for a very special offer on this webinar today, for those of you that have purchased Link Indexer, you're going to be able to access our student package for just $497 and our Sensei package for $997. All right. This is a very, very special deal. But one more thing. All right. That's not all. All right. We still have more for you to make this even better. All right. And that is, we have huge bonuses for the first 50 people, and I'm absolutely excited to share this with you because this is easily a $5,000 value, all right? And bonus number 1 is going to be VIP access to a very exclusive secret network that we've created, all right? And this is a network that only contains domains that are from PR4 through PR6, and these are the very best of our domains that we've set aside just for you. No one has ever seen this. No one has ever used this network. You are the only people, though, for the first 50 people that get started with us today, you're going to get access to this cream of the crop network that has only the best domains. And these are sites, like John was mentioning earlier, these are sites that are loaded with a ton of natural one-way links. That means that the links that are pointing to these sites are gonna stick there for a very long time. So that means that the authority that these domains carry is absolutely massive. So that's going to allow you to get more results faster with this network of domains. All right. So for the first 50 people, you're going to get exclusive access to this domain. And I'm sure John wants to chime in on this because, I mean, this is just one bonus alone that's worth well over, $5,000.
Yeah, these are the cream of the crop. These domains alone, for one domain, we've actually paid over $500 for most of them, but we've got some on this package here. There's 13 of them. There's 30 blogs in total. We've actually paid over $1,000 just for one domain on some of these because they are the cream of the crop. They're not the type of domains you could really get anywhere for cheap. These are like the cream of the crop that we use in our case for a real surge of power. And we decided, Joshua and I were talking today on Skype, we decided we would throw this in as a lifetime bonus for the first 50 buyers today on this webinar. Normally I would sell something like this, just 13 sites for this type of power, at something like $297 a month alone. Now guys, we've got loads of questions. I can see them come in, and by the way, it's nice to see some of my own students from Niche Site Formula on here as well. We've got loads of questions, but I think, Joshua, can we run some kind of question and answers at the end, and we can try and
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, we're going to get to the questions, so let me get through this real quick, and then we'll come and answer all your questions. So this is bonus number 1. You're going to get access to this VIP special network. Bonus number 2, this is easily a $197 value. We set up a quick start guide on how to get the most out of our network, all right? And this is things like how to structure your content, the proper anchor text ratio, which we couldn't get too much into in this presentation today, but we're gonna cover everything so you can get the maximum effectiveness with our network and get the best amount of results as quickly as possible. And we cover a ton of information in this quick start guide. So you're gonna get instant access to that once you join us. And bonus number 3, and Damien might get a little bit upset at me with this because he can easily understand how valuable this is. But I'm gonna be throwing in a submission to our Video Valet Enterprise package. And this is Video Valet is... I didn't tell Damien about this, so he might be a little bit upset at me. But I'm going to be throwing in a submission from my own personal account, guys. Video Valet is our premium video SEO service where we rank your videos for you, and I will submit a video of your choosing through my account. And I'm telling you guys, I use this on a monthly basis to rank my videos, and I'm going to be submitting one of your videos through our enterprise package, and this builds over 12,000 high quality links to your video, so it's going to help you to get a video ranked extremely fast. And again, remember guys, just one video that I uploaded made me over $1,000 in commissions. So one video submitted into our Video Valet Enterprise submission system can easily get you up to the first page of Google. And I'm actually feeling pretty generous. So for those of you that get started today, I'm going to submit 2 videos from my own personal account of Video Valet and get those rankings for you. So I know Damien is going to probably throw rocks at me once we're done with this, but guys, I'm so passionate about what we've put together here for you that I'm going to help you to rank 2 of your videos for you. And this is for the first 50 people only. All right, and this is easily a $197 value. Our Video Valet service is not open to the public. It's only by private invitation only, but I'm offering to submit that 2 videos for you through my own personal account. This is also one thing that I wanted to touch on right now, which is probably the most important part of this presentation, because we want to put our money where our mouth is. We are 100% confident in what we have here for you. All right. So what we're offering you a double your money back guarantee. All right. And this is our guarantee to you. We guarantee that you will get your site or YouTube video to the first page of Google within just 3 months. And that's any site or video, or we'll give you double your money back. All right. That's a very strong guarantee, and you will not see this very often where people are that confident that you will rank a site or video using our network within just 3 months, or we will give you not just your money back, but double your money back. All right. This is very powerful. Now, there are a few conditions to this. Number 1 is you must follow and implement the rules that we've laid out in our Samurai Dojo Quick Start Guide. You must take advantage of our professional consultation, direction, and advice and follow it through. All right. We are here to work with you to achieve your goals and on the condition that you actually take action on what we advise you to do. And just to put that into perspective, the last time that I jumped on a call with a student, we actually implemented. I told him we have to do this and this and this and this, and he actually ended up making over $250 within the next couple of weeks just because he implemented the advice that I gave him. All right, and also the search terms are the max is up to $50,000 searches per month. All right, we don't want anyone to come to us and be like, here's a $10 million per month search term. I want you to rank me for this. All right, the maximum is $50,000, 50,000 searches per month. All right, so guys, here's a recap of the offer. You get full access to our Samurai Dojo network. That's easily over $1,000 value. You get access to the VIP secret network, which is just the cream of the crop domains, where we paid up to $1,000 for just one of the domains in there because of the domain authority that it carries. Number 3, you're going to get access to the Samurai Dojo Quick Start Guide. And 2 submissions to our Video Valet Enterprise just from my personal account. I will take that into my hands and get those videos ranked for you. So this is easily a value of over $6,500. Guys, this is an amazing offer, and it's really to help you to get your stuff ranked. So to get started, simply go to samuraidojo.com/secret. And now we will go over to the questions area and get your questions answered for you. I've just put the, so let me exit this or let me put this link into the chat box, and then we can go ahead and get some questions answered. Let me see if this works. And John, if you see some questions you want to address right now, you can go ahead and do that while I do this.
Yeah, sure, Joshua. I've got a couple of questions from my own students from which I follow, so I'm going to answer them. Now, I'm going to scroll up as well and get the other things as well. This is a different network, guys. NSF VIP1 network is a different network to this one. Okay. Let me just have a look through, Joshua, because there's quite a few questions here.
I'm going to answer one of the questions since I'm sitting here and I can see them.
Yeah. Cool.
Daniel asks, how much is Video Valet Enterprise and how can we get a private invitation? As of now, you can't. It's not open for new people, so you'd want to hop on this offer right here in order to get those submissions in Video Valet. We're just not open.
Got one here from Stephen or Stephanie or Stefan, not sure the name, sorry if I haven't pronounced that right. Anyhow, you've asked a question, are the PBN sites themed for relevancy to individual niches? Yes, they are. We have different niches. We have some on health, we have some on general, so we can accept general niches on those particular networks. We have health, I think we have adult and adult theme based as well, which is nearly impossible normally to get links to adult related content, so we do have a network on that as well. We have one on finance. Joshua, can you remember what else I built for you as well? We do have.
We have. I know we have financial. We have health. We have general. The majority are general, just because a lot of people are in different niches. So you have that option to post into the general sites. For those of you that are in health, you can post into health. I know we have finance in there as well. I believe we have a few real estate ones in there as well. So we have a good mixture of things. And also, again, keep in mind, guys, we are growing this network. When we first started, it was just 60 sites, and now we're well over 80 because we just continue adding to this network. Number one, because it's the same network we use. Number two is, just to keep it growing so that we have this monster ranking machine that will just shoot you to the first page as quickly as possible.
Yeah, we're going to keep adding them as well. Also, which I've never seen anybody ever offer in this industry, is if there is ever any de-index issues, which there hasn't been so far, but if there is ever is, we just simply replace them. We find another authority domain, we get the site cloned over, and we replace it, and it's all re-indexed. So your links are always on there, which makes us just a completely unique setup in every way possible. I've got another question here. Somebody's saying, so Google hates PBN sites. Google doesn't like PBN sites because they flat out work. the best thing you can have in your arsenal, as an SEO. But the thing is, if you get it wrong, if you're building these on your own, I've been building them for over a decade now, and I've built them for different people. I actually have contracts with companies in Singapore where they contract the whole SEO out to me because I've got so many of these and I know what I'm doing. But the thing is, if you get one step wrong when you're building up your own theme network, you're just not going to get results because it's easy to detect a PBN if you don't know what you're doing. We build ours in a way that they're completely natural. They look like money sites. They're informative. They're helpful. And more importantly, we only allow unique content on here. We don't allow any of that spun crap because, quite frankly, guys, it doesn't work. And if anybody's trying to sell your networks with spun content on, just avoid it because you will end up getting your private blog network de-indexed. Okay, I'm having a look up here.
Yeah, I see a good question, and it kind of escaped me. Where'd it go? Oh, someone is asking if they can use this for non-video SEO needs as well, like client SEO. Yes, guys, this network can be used to rank. If you offer local SEO services, you can use our network to rank your local sites, affiliate sites, whatever it is. You can use this private blog network to pretty much rank whatever it is that you're trying to rank on the first page of Google. So yes.
Absolutely. The only terms we have is we allow one money link in the article. And what we suggest as well, in fact we have training on this in the private membership portal, is that you also link to a site that has authority in your niche so it looks natural on each article. And another thing that we're doing is we're bringing in an upgrade, guys, there where we're going to be constantly drip feeding in articles, unique articles that don't have any links on. So the sites are going to be completely mixed up and completely natural, where they're completely undetectable. They're on unique IPs. We have different hosting accounts. We have different whois information. Everything is covered. I mean, once you see the sites when you're on the inside, and I'm sure we're going to fill out 50 straight away after this webinar. Once you see, you'll see that these, are beautiful looking sites, and they were built with a lot of care and thought. So just keep that in mind as well.
Yeah, and guys, one thing that I forgot to mention, I do see a few questions coming in. The bonuses, once you purchase, just forward your receipt over to zamuraiSupport.com or send an email to support@zamuraiblogger.com, and I'll make sure that John's team gets that so that we can get you set up with the bonuses.
We're aiming for the end of the month, guys, the end of December for the VIP bonus, because it's not just one of them bonuses where it's crap and everybody else has it. We're actually building these out for you on these super high PR domains which hold tremendous authority. So that bonus will be delivered at the end of the month by our team. And once you're a member, I would actually come into the portal and all of the details Josh will fill you in on. Okay, so it's not an instant bonus because it's a quality bonus, and when we say it's worth $5,000, it literally is. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, and the people are asking if the bonuses are good both for the monthly and the 6-month plans. Yes, the bonuses are good. Excuse me, for any package that you choose that's right for you. As soon as the first 50 are filled up, you guys will get access to the bonus. So just choose the package that's right for you. And again, guys, one thing that we've seen, because we've been open for a little month just to a small group. And a lot of people have, a few people have upgraded from the $97 a month package to the $197 a month just because they see the results that they've been getting. And that's why our $197 per month package is more popular, because people see the value and then they end up upgrading. So you can upgrade at any time as well. So just just choose the package that's right for you. Again, our $197 and our 6-month package for the $997 is our more popular packages, and just choose the one that is right for you, and you get access to the bonuses.
Most of the results that we've shown you on this webinar tonight are actually from these types of networks and these networks, and even this particular network as well. So keep that in mind as well, guys. I've got a question here which is important. How many URLs can we use with the student service per month? If you want, you can have unlimited URLs. Okay, you can link to unlimited websites, unlimited videos, but we only allow one money link per article to keep it natural. Obviously, we don't want to have articles coming in on there with 3 or 4 links on, because it's just going to cause problems for everybody else. So we need to keep this as a win-win. So obviously, we only allow one money link per article, but it's unlimited, so you can link to as many websites as you want. What I would suggest, though, guys, is have a domain that already has an authority, and make sure, which we touched on earlier in the webinar, that your on-site content is good and your on-site elements are right, because if that's all wrong and you just link in a crap, it doesn't matter how powerful your links are, it's not going to budge it anyway, so keep that in mind.
Antonio is asking, does it work for Spanish sites? We've built this strictly for English sites. We did have one guy posting a lot of content in a different language. I believe it was French or German. I'm not sure. Do you remember?
It was Spanish.
It was Spanish, yeah. So unfortunately, right now, this network, to keep it as high quality as possible, we are keeping it exclusive to English. So yeah, Antonio, sorry, it wouldn't be as effective and as high quality of a network if we allowed a ton of different languages on the network.
Yeah, it just wouldn't look real. I mean, they're English language, and then all of a sudden you've got Spanish language coming on. It's not natural, and it would actually probably cause a de-index as well. So obviously we have a huge quality check on here. We keep them quality for the best interest of the users who are on here paying monthly.
David is asking, does it work for Amazon affiliate sites with thin content?
It works for Amazon affiliate sites, David, but I wouldn't suggest that you have thin content anymore because it's a Panda issue. And with the Panda update, that is strictly what it targets, thin content. So try and fix that up first and then link to your Amazon affiliate site. But as regards to sites, you can link to anything. Client SEO sites, local client sites, affiliate sites, even if you have a merchant site, it doesn't matter, it will help to boost it up, but you don't want to have thin content because it won't be a link building issue, it'll be Panda that'll hit you there.
Yeah. And Daniel is asking, are you saying that we manually review every article that is submitted to the network? Yes, we do have someone that reviews the articles, but at the same time, you'd be surprised how many self-policing goes on. You know, a lot of our members who value our network because they know the power of it, they report whenever they see an article that isn't of quality. That one that we, I think the one that was in a different language, I think another member reported it because, you know, guys, remember, when you get access to this, you have to treat it exactly what it is. You have to treat it like you spent the $10,000 that we spent to build it, so that it can last for a very long time. So treat it like it's your own network when you get access, so that you can not only get the maximum amount of results, but that it lasts for a very long time. Elizabeth is asking, does the network get diluted with each additional member?
You can use it for Amazon affiliate sites, but no, the reason why it doesn't get diluted with each additional member is because, one, we only have so many users per each segment, so we have different network segments. We only ever allow a maximum of 100 users on there on each segment. But here's the thing, and this is very important, we're continually boosting each segment with more and more links and more link juice. So if you have a link on an article, it doesn't matter if it's not on the home page anymore, it doesn't matter if it's on page 10, that's still carrying a lot of weight, and it's another vote, a one-way link. A link is just a vote, by the way, guys, a vote for your website. That's all that matters, because you're getting the constant juice through to the blog, which is just funneling through in the way we set these up to all of the other blog posts, so it doesn't become ineffective now.
Anthony has just joined us, so great to have you on board, Anthony. We look forward to getting you those first page rankings. Deborah is asking, did you say not to use for Amazon affiliate sites? No, that's not what John said. John, the previous question was asking about an Amazon site that had thin content. So it does work for Amazon sites. You just want to make sure that it's a good quality site with a good amount of content on it. You don't want to be putting your business at risk by sending links to an Amazon site that has thin content. This PBN works for any kind of web property that you want to rank, whether it's a niche site, a review video, whatever it is that you're trying to rank, it's going to work for it. Just make sure it's good quality that you're linking to, because the last thing you want to do is invest the time to get this stuff ranked, and just because your money site has thin content or low quality content, you end up getting a penalty. You don't want to put yourself in that position.
Got a question there, Joshua, about the 6 months deal. Does it rebill after every 6 months? You want to step in there?
Yes. So these are our 6 month packages. So at the end of the 6 months, it will automatically renew. If for some reason you don't want to continue it, just send us an email and we'll cancel your subscription. But yes, this is the 6 month plan. So every 6 months it will renew. But our goal is that by the end of those 6 months, you'll have so many page one rankings that to renew will be a drop in the bucket for the amount of income that you're making.
Yeah. Yes, you can rank local businesses.
Chad is saying you can't subscribe. I'm not sure. We've had a few people already signing up, so not sure what the issue is. It won't let me use my card as the primary funding source. It should work through PayPal. So as long as your PayPal, and if you don't have a PayPal, then it should allow you to use your card. So I'm not sure what's going on there. If anything, shoot me an email to support@zamuraiblogger.com. If we're not filled up by then, I'll see if I can help you out. But not sure. If people are coming in just fine, so I'm not sure why that's going on.
If there's any more questions, guys, just get them in. I
I
think we covered most now.
Want to join? Have critical. Okay, Elizabeth is saying she needs maybe a day or so to be able to get in there because she had issues with her credit card being hacked. I'm thinking we might be keeping this open till we either reach. Remember, we only keep 100 slots open per network. So anytime we hit 100 slots, we start a new network. So once we either hit 100 or the next 72 hours, whichever one comes first. We'll be closing down this offer. So hopefully you can get in there by then, Elizabeth. But for the first 50, you will be getting the bonuses that we offered on here tonight. And anyone after that, you won't get the bonus, but you still get the opportunity to get into the network. And again, guys, just a reminder, once you purchase to be the first 50, make sure you email support@zamuraiblogger.com with your receipt, and we will get you squared away with the bonuses.
Got an important question here. I'm in network marketing and I want to rank my replicated website. Would never suggest sending unique themed links to a replicated website because it's just duplicate content. You're probably not going to rank. In fact, you're not going to rank today in the search engine climate that we're in today. So I wouldn't recommend using this for a duplicated website.
Ryan Spencer has joined us, so great to have you on board, Ryan. Raymond is asking about Link Indexer. Yes, for anyone that's on here, most of the people that are on here have purchased Link Indexer, so perfect. Once you build the links, you can run them through Link Indexer to get them indexed. The only thing I do recommend is to make sure you drip feed them because, again, these are high quality PBN links, so when you submit them to Link Indexer, use the 30-day drip feed feature and you will be good to go.
Just to chime in there as well, Lindex is a great tool and it has its purpose, but you don't even need to do that. You don't need to use anything else because we're continually building links. These articles get indexed and they already have an authority once they're indexed. So just keep that in mind as well. I don't want to see people wasting tons of time. I would actually use Link Indexer personally for Web 2.0 sites and things like that. Okay.
Awesome. Daniel has just joined us, so great to have you, Daniel. And welcome to all of the other new members as well. We're really excited to have you on board. Scott is asking, you're late to an appointment, so... all right, so, yeah, Scott, I can't guarantee that you'll be one of the first 50, but hopefully you can purchase before heading out to your appointment. He says he will be joining us tomorrow. So hopefully you can get in there and be one of the first 50, but I can almost guarantee that the first 50 will probably be gone by the time we get off of this. So hopefully you can get in there. Will we be able, Peter is asking, will we be able to upgrade to the next level at these prices? Yes, Peter, and actually a good amount of people who subscribe to the student package end up upgrading to the Sensei package just from the results they get and just from seeing the high quality of the network that we have. So they, and it's simple to upgrade. Just email our support and we'll get that taken care of for you. Chad is saying he's trying to be one of the first 50. Chad, I'm really not sure what's going on. You're trying to sign up now, but it's not working. I really don't know what to tell you because there's people signing up, so the button is working. I'm not sure why your credit card might not be working, but maybe you can try another card or try something else. But that's that right now. That's the only link that's working. So I'm not sure what's going on. Yes.
Hey, Stephen, for the Link Indexer, I'll just chime in there because Stephen's asked me a question directly. I wouldn't use link and indexer for these sites personally because there's simply no need and you'd be wasting your time. However, if you want to build Web 2.0s, as we showed on the diagram, you do want to, for whatever reason, build Web 2.0s and then link to this PBN. Put those Web 2.0 sites into the link indexer, but there's no need to put these private blog network in the link indexer because it's just a complete waste of time, and I don't want to see you guys wasting time. I just want to see you get results, okay?
All right, so I'm putting I just sent out my email, the support email to email once you join. So once you join, just Esther, I just put it into the chat box. So it's support@samuraiblogger.com, but I also just put it I sent it up to everyone in the chat box, so you can go ahead and send it into there. So let me see if there's any other questions that we can cover before. But guys, again, we've literally taken care of the hard part for you. And a lot of you technically got confused when we got to the backlinking section, and that's 100% normal. But the good part about this offer is that we're taking care of about 90% of that work for you. All you have to do is select your package, post your article with your link back to your site, and we take care of the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th tier link to boost all of that content for you and get you results faster. And not to mention the fact that you don't have to go out there and analyze all of these different domains, make sure they're good, and buy them, set them up, and all that stuff. Remember, guys, we spend over $10,000 per month. $10,000 plus 2 to 3 months to set all of this up. So we're saving you a lot of time and being able to just give you instant access to an already done for you network.
We actually spent $1,000 a month just on the continuity links.
Awesome, Scott just joined us, so he was able to get in there before heading out to his appointment. Great to see you joining us.
I actually think these are going to go tonight, to be honest, Joshua, these 50 slots.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so too. So, and guys, just like I know Damien is probably pretty upset at me for offering that video valet bonus, but that in and of itself, plus the bonus of the cream of the crop domains, that alone in and of itself could be an offer on its own. Again, John spent easily over $1,000 on one of those, each of those domains for picking those up, because those are the cream of the crop domains in that secret network that you'll be getting access to. Slobodan just joined us as well. Hopefully I pronounced that right and didn't botch up your name. Slobodan. Hopefully I pronounced that. Great to have you on board.
I did not know that you were giving that away. So, quite the surprise.
Is there a monthly limit of posts? Dennis is asking. There is no monthly limit on posts. The only limit in the network, guys, is for every 400-word article that you post into the network, you're only allowed one link. All right, this helps us to keep the network high quality, because if we allowed you to insert an unlimited amount of links per article that you post into the network, it just won't be as effective. So we keep it to one link per article, but you can post an unlimited amount just to keep the network of high quality.
Yeah, we're strict on that as well, guys. We will kick people out if they don't honor the rules, because obviously it needs to be a win-win. Everybody has to win, and we have strict quality guidelines. But the good thing is 99% of the people, like Joshua said before, look out for each other. If there's a bad article, people will just report it anyway. So there's a lot of self-policing in the networks because everybody wants the same thing. We're all in this together, and we all want to make money. We all want to get return on investment. So just keep that in mind. Don't come in on here and try and abuse it, because you will just be terminated. At the same time, use it correctly and you'll get results.
Elizabeth, that's the exact question we just covered. How many articles can you post a month? You can post as many as you want. The only limitation is one link per article. That's the only limitation. Arena is asking if we're trying to integrate Link Indexer with GSA. Yes, our API should be up and running by January, February, the latest. So all of you that are on here, you're in for a ton of great updates to Link Indexer as well.
Yeah, you can have more than one site, Barbara, but it's just got to be on a different article. So if you had like 3 money sites, that would be fine. It's actually unlimited, which again, nobody else ever does. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, you can have more than one site.
Yang is asking if we can go through the bonuses one more time. Yes, let me see if I can go back here and go through the bonuses. Pretty much the first one
Scott's
is
just came in there.
the VIP Secret Network. All right, this is you're gonna get access to 13 high quality links that no one else is getting access to. But this is again only for the first 50 people. You're gonna get access to the cream of the crop of these domains. This is gonna help you to rank a lot faster because these are the best domains that we've bought, and we've paid up to $1,000 for just one of these domains. So you can expect very high quality from this secret network. Bonus number 2, the quick start guide. This is going to show you how to get the most out of our network, things like how to structure your content, the proper anchor text ratio, which we couldn't touch on too much in this presentation, and pretty much different tips and techniques to get the most out of our network. Bonus number 3 is the Video Valet Enterprise, and this is pretty much I will be submitting not 1 but 2 videos of your choosing through our Video Valet service, which will build over 12,000 high quality links to your video, which will result in some pretty good rankings for you. And of course we got the double your money back guarantee.
Yeah. Why not just do 3? Why not just do 3? Why not?
I'm
to give stuff away. Why not just do 3?
So well, we'll see if someone comes in, if someone posts that they want 3 in the chat box, then we can go 3. But for now, it stays at 2. If we get 10 people in the chat box that say they want me to submit 3 of your videos, then we'll do that. If not, we'll leave it at 2. All right, so
you could offer 10, Joshua. Then I might not ever see you again. It's getting scary. I'm in the middle of a fight here.
Stop it.
All right, I think we need. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more people. All right, boom, there. All right, guys. So for those of you that get started with us today, only the first 50 people, I will submit 3 videos for you inside of my Video Valet account. Damien put it out there. You guys made it happen. So for the first 50 people that join us, you will get 3 videos submitted into Video Valet.
Joshua, Dennis is asking if it applies to the first 50 bonuses for the student and the censor. Do you want to cover that?
Yeah, it applies for either. So for those of you that get started, just select the package that's right for you, and we'll go ahead and take care of you.
David, for GSA, for the type of links you build with that, put them into Link Indexer. I hope that makes sense.
Antonio has just joined us. Great to have you, Antonio. And Antonio, yeah, for Video Valet, that you can submit Spanish videos if you're wondering that. Just again, Esther is asking what was bonus number 2. Bonus number 2 was the quick start guide. So it's pretty much a few things that we couldn't get into today, like structuring your content, how much anchor text ratio to use, things like that. That's pretty much going to help you to get the most out of the network.
Yeah, we cover specifics. For example, we're going to have an updated video in there, and it's going to go over percentages, the percentages that I personally use to rank sites at will. So that's going to be a very cool bonus as well. Don't underestimate the value of that. Awesome.
Keith just joined us, so great to have you on board, Keith. Young is asking what is bonus number 1. That's probably the most second or first most valuable bonus. That's where you're getting access to the 13 additional private blog, which is the cream of the crop domains that easily will cost you $1,000 each for a domain. You're going to get access to that. No one else has access to these 13 domains. Actually, they're still being built right now. They'll be ready by the end of this month. So no one has access to this network. And for the first 50 people that join us today, you will get access to that cream of the crop domains. So make sure you get in there.
More guys coming in.
Philip just joined us. Great to have you, Philip. Dennis just joined us as well. Great to have you, Dennis.
Just had a question here come in, and then I'm going to go after this last question, Josh.
Yeah, we'll shut it down after this last question.
3 children on a 3, and time is of the essence. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer this last one. I've got a question, and it's a good one for me to end it on. If I'm ranked 6 right now, will this help boost me to the top? As long as the terms that you're going for are ridiculously competitive, then yes, this will take you to the top without a doubt. Okay, my friends, it's been an honor to come on here. I never normally come on these webinars. I'm doing it for my friend Joshua because I really support his vision. He wants to help make a lot of people some extra income, and I'm happy to support that. All right, Joshua, I'm going to go now, my friend. Thanks everybody for watching.
Have a great night, John. Thanks for being on.
Cheers, Damien. Bye now.
All right, guys, so we'll go ahead and shut this down now. I'm sure Damien also has to go as well. I'll stay on here I'll leave the buy link on the screen for an additional, let's say, 10 minutes.